As a man, you have to understand that becoming popular and curing loneliness comes from the value you bring to others. I'm going to repeat that back. It comes from the value you bring to others. It happens when you serve people, not when you command people. And for this reason, I'm making this video, this guide, to help you develop your leadership skills, because I truly believe that leadership is something that has slowly faded away in this society, and it's something we need more of. We need more young men to stand up and to inspire the youth to lead, to become a role model. And for this reason, I'm making this video in which I'm going to share all of the knowledge I've accumulated over the past few months and years from all of my mentors, including Hamza, who, as you can see, has built a massive cult of young men on self-improvement. And for this video, I'm going to share with you a bunch of random tips which will help you develop your leadership skills and become the leader in your life. Because you have to understand that becoming a leader, it doesn't mean you have to lead a group of 1 million men to war. It doesn't mean you have to do that. You don't have to have a massive YouTube channel. You don't have to have a lot of influence. What you have to have is all of the traits of a leader. And you have to be the leader in your household, in your circle, with all the people you know. And you have to understand that very well. So for this video, I recommend you get a notepad, write things down, take note of everything I say, and let's move on to part 1. All right, part 1. Let's first get into all of the benefits of being a leader, because before we actually get into this, we have to understand why we're doing this. And luckily for you, bro, there are a lot of benefits to being a leader. And I've literally written them down on my laptop because there's so many benefits. My memory, I just can't remember all of them, bro. So let's start with number 1, confidence. As we know, confidence is the number 1 skill everyone wants. Everyone wants to be confident. Everyone wants to be confident in their body, in their mind, in their spirituality. They want to be confident in the person they are. And as a leader, you'll have to develop your confidence, whether you like it or not, in all 3 areas of your life. Physically, mentally, and spiritually. Like I said, you have to be very confident in all of these 3 areas of your life, or at least developing. And as a leader, you're going to be constantly making plans. You're constantly going to be inspiring people to do something, which means that you have to be confident, bro. That's just all I'm going to say. I've repeated it many times, but confidence, number 1 skill that you're going to develop as a leader. Number 2, your social skills are going to skyrocket. As a leader, you're social, bro. You're inspiring people, you're talking to people, you're encouraging people. You're making all the plans, you're making all the events. Your social skills are going to increase very fast, bro. Number 3, we have flow state activity. Being a leader is a flow state activity. When you get into it, and when you're actually leading and doing something, let's say you're on a hike, hiking up a hill and you're the leader, it's a flow state activity. You're in charge of everyone. You're in charge of everyone's roles to make sure everyone's doing the best they can. This is an amazing thing about being a leader. You're not going to be bored. You're going to be constantly preoccupied with something that's much more important than just you. And number 3, this is actually number 4, testosterone. Your testosterone is going to go up as a leader. Testosterone is the masculine hormone that everyone wants, and it is what makes us, let's say, sexually active. It is what makes us bigger. It is what makes us more ambitious. All of these things, every single man from the dawn of human time has wanted. Testosterone is a very good thing, and being a leader, it genuinely boosts your testosterone without you even realizing. And I'm sure there's a bunch of science to back this up, but I haven't prepared for that. So let's get into number 5 on my list. You become a warmer and happier person. When you're leading, you genuinely become a warmer and happier person. Why? Because this is the first time you're actually doing something for someone else. Our whole life, we're doing things for ourselves. We're egotistical. We're just, focusing on ourselves. But when you're a leader, you become happy and warm from the stuff you're doing for others. I mean, bro, recall yourself buying a gift for someone. Let's say, imagine it's Christmas and you buy a gift for your younger brother, let's say, or your older sister. And when they open that gift, they smile. That's the kind of feeling you get when you're leading someone. You get that feeling that, you just see them smiling, you see them progressing, and you become very proud of them, bro. Because that's your influence. That's number 5 benefit of being a leader. You become a warmer and happier person, leading to a longer life expectancy and just improved life in general. Number 6, this is a genuinely profitable skill. Sorry, my laptop just died. This is a genuinely profitable skill. Becoming a leader, you can grow a YouTube channel, which is what I'm trying to do. If you've seen this video, my mission is accomplished, bro. I'm passing stuff on to you. And maybe I haven't made any money off it, but I know that I will in the future. If you look at all of the famous people you look up to, YouTubers, whatever. For me, it's Hamza. People like, all of these people, TMF, all of these YouTubers, they are great leaders, bro. That's how they've developed and accumulated a bunch of subscribers who enjoy their content and buy their products. It's a very profitable skill. And if you want to become an entrepreneur or anything in the middle, I really recommend you become a leader. Even in a regular job, leadership skills are very sought after by employers and other people. What's the next thing? Fun, bro. It's a genuinely fun thing to do. When you're leading, you feel like you're ahead of everyone, You feel like you're helping people. You have a purpose. It's very fun, man. There's not much to say about that. It's just fun. Dopamine, all of those hormones release while you're leading. And what's the other thing? We have high status. You become more masculine. It gives you a self-transcending purpose. You're contributing to society and you're saving lives. Those are just to name a few of all of the benefits of being a leader. I could talk about this for 20, for 30, for 40 minutes, but you know what? I just have them written down here. But you need to understand all of these benefits of being a leader. And if you truly want to become a leader, you'll see that all of these will develop and it will be difficult. But bro, trust me, it's worth it. It will give you a sense of purpose and it will make you a fantastic member of society. Start developing your leadership skills. Now let's move on to the mindset. All right, so now we're going to cover mindset. And mindset is perhaps one of the most important parts of being a leader. So what mindset are we developing as a leader? We're developing the mindset of an initiator. I'm going to repeat that back for all of you who didn't hear. You're developing the mindset of an initiator. Type it up on Google if you don't know what it means. I know all of you probably know what that means. But taking initiative, this is a word I learned from my father when I was a kid. He always told me, take initiative, do the thing even if no one tells you to do. And that's exactly what we're doing with being a leader. We're the ones who are going to be making the plans. We're the ones who are going to be hosting the events. We're going to be the ones who are hosting the community calls, the Zoom calls, the Discord call. We're the ones who are going to be making all the friends, inviting people to events. Doesn't that sound amazing, bro? Your whole life you've been waiting to get that random text message on that Saturday morning saying, come to my party tonight. Come to the club with me. You're constantly waiting. Life is short, bro. Stop waiting. There's not enough time to just wait for something good to happen, for a pile of cash to fall into your hands, and for you to develop a bunch of friends. To make friends, you have to put in the effort. You have to meet the people. You have to act correctly, and you have to be honorable. So this is something you really need to understand. We're going to be developing the mindset of an initiator, and this is how we're going to get all of our social status, which is a side benefit of becoming an initiator. Study this word up, tattoo on your eyelids, like, I always tell you guys to tattoo it on your eyelids if you don't remember. But just get a notebook, write down that word, initiator, or on your phone, and remember this word. You're going to become an initiator, you'll be making the plans, and I highly recommend that you remember this word very clearly. Let's move on to the next part. So now we're moving on to the skills needed to be a leader. What are the skills you need to be a leader? This one, just like the word initiator, I want you to remember very well. But this word is charisma. I know you've heard it a billion times. You've heard it everywhere on the internet, from gurus, whatever. But there are three main components to having charisma and being a charismatic person. So number one is presence. You have to be present in life. You have to be present in the moment. You have to be present when talking to people. This shows that you're paying attention to them. I'm summarizing it very quickly here. But the second one is power. Power is a big part of charisma. Power is what you portray through the way you act, the way you move, the figure you are, everything. Power. And number three, warmth. If we have one of the three, just like power or just present, we're not going to make it. We're not going to be charismatic. You have to have all three. You have to have warmth, power, and presence. And warmth is one that, let's say, it's the cherry on top. If you're a warm person and powerful and influential, people are going to love you. They're going to come back to you. They're going to want to listen to you. That's what we're trying to do as a leader. You have to bring focus to the person, stay present in their conversation, but at the same time, be very warm, kind, and loving and caring. These are the skills you develop in your family. This is how we care for our family. But these skills, they can also be used for people that you're leading. Remember these three words, and remember the word charisma, because this is exactly what we're developing as a leader. Write this down again and remember it. All right, so we've discussed the mindset of being a leader. We've discussed charisma. We've discussed being an initiator. We've discussed the benefits. We've discussed everything. But what we want to do is actually put this into action and implement all of these skills. And what I want you to do as an actionable step for this video is to invite your friends for a social occasion. Social occasion, did I say that right? Social occasion. What does that mean? Invite your friends over for a gym workout. Invite them over to a restaurant. Do something. Go on a hike together. Go to a trampoline park. Go, I don't know, ice skating. Whatever, bro. Invite your friends for a social occasion. Start making the plans. We've discussed being an initiator. Now it's about time you initiate. Start making the plans. Because technically when you start the plan, you're leading it. You're telling the people where to go. You're telling the people what we're going to be doing. And they're relying on you. And imagine how nice it is for them to be invited somewhere. Imagine how they would feel. Stop thinking only about what you're going to feel and think about what they will feel. This is a very important aspect of being a leader. So an actionable step for you, invite your friends to a social occasion through Instagram, through messages, whatever. I don't care how you do it, in person. I don't care if you have to dress in a costume and dance around so people come up to you and invite them. Do whatever you can. Invite them out somewhere. And this is an amazing actionable step for you. All right, now that we've got an actionable step as well, let's move on to how to actually level up this skill of leadership. Because, you can reach a point like you've invited people, whatever. You're just stagnant, you're not making much progress. You're just talking to people. And I have to admit that social occasions, they're kind of fun. You're not really leading too much unless it's a hike or something, or if it's an other event. But how to level up is to actually, let's say, study leadership. I want you to read books on it. For example, How to Win Friends and Influence People. This is a book I'm reading right now. It's one of the best sellers. I highly recommend you buy this book. I'll link it in the description. It talks about all people skills, and it's an amazing book. How to Win Friends and Influence People. And another book you can get by C Maxwell. He makes a bunch of books on leadership. You can literally find one on any topic in leadership by C Maxwell. Type them up on the description. But again, I'll link all my favorites in the description of this video. But yes, read this skill and implement it. And what I want you to do is every single week, or maybe even every day, set aside a time when you're going to practice your leadership. For example, 6 to 8 p.m. after school or something like that. Depends on how free of a person you are. I'm personally not as free as most people, but even I find the time to implement my leadership skills and do something. For example, I'm inside of an online self-improvement school called Adonis School. I'm going to do a quick plug for it right here, but you can check it out in the description. But it's basically a school for self-improvement and all guys who are interested in these kind of topics. And inside of there, we have constantly a bunch of community calls happening. There are constantly guys on Zoom calls helping each other out, talking about topics like quitting video games, quitting watching pornography, whatever. There are guys discussing all of these topics, and you can join the calls and talk to people. And inside of there, every now and then, I go and host my own Zoom call. I make an event and I have to lead the call. I have to get to know everyone. And here I get to actually practice all of my leadership skills. So if you set aside a time in your week or in your days to practice this skill, you'll level up in it very quickly. And combine that with reading and self-education, you're going to be improving very fast. And this is a very important part of leadership. We can't just be stagnant. We have to improve, learn. This is the only way to improve. Start improving your skills. And to end off the video, I want to discuss the final step of being a leader. And this one is really important, bro, because as a leader, right, we don't want to be so egotistical to the point where we think that we're the only ones who can be the leader. We don't want anyone else to become a leader as well. I know some people reach that point, and that's not the point of leadership. The point of leadership is that you, let's say, you become a role model for someone. And in a few years, maybe 5 years, when you get a bit older, they take over your role. How does father-son relationship work? The son replaces the father. The father gets old. The son becomes the next father for his children. And he's implementing all the skills learned from his father of leadership. This is kind of how it works here. You want to inspire others to become leaders. So what I want you to do is speak in benefit of being a leader to the person. All of the people you're speaking to, encourage them. Talk to them about all the benefits of being a leader. Share this video with them. Because they should become a leader as well. We need more leaders on this planet. I know I've repeated this word so many times throughout this video, but it's because I want to ingrain this in your brain and get you to take some action. But anyways, that's the end of this guide. I hope it helped you out. Comment down below whether or not it helped. If you want to talk to me one-on-one, I have a link in the description. All the books, all the resources, all down there for you. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Пока, брат.